Hey, Mr. Joey.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good.
All right. So this is our first episode of our 20 questions with the Big Chief. Okay, and we're going to ask you some questions. You down for that?
I'm ready.
All right. First one is, what time did you wake up this morning?
The first time?
Yeah.
Probably about 1:30.
So what about the main time? What's the main time that you
The
wake
main
up?
time that I wake up, I probably got up around 5.
Okay.
Yeah, 5,
All right. So
5:30.
you're early riser.
Yeah.
And what is the first thing you do when you wake up?
Actually, the very first thing I do before I even get out of bed is I pray.
Okay.
I start my day off, hopefully, right.
Yeah.
Get it off to a good start.
Well, that's a good thing. Now, you're up in the morning. What's your go-to breakfast?
When I eat breakfast, I just like good old American bacon and eggs.
Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite too.
Yeah, I love cooking breakfast for my grandkids when they come over. So it's breakfast has always been my thing when we travel. I make the omelets, whatever. So it's yeah.
That's good. That's good. Now, do you like coffee?
Yeah.
How do you like your coffee?
Huh?
How do you like your coffee?
Just a little bit of cream in it, not too much. No sugar. Haven't had sugar in 30 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Now let's talk about. So we're talking about food. What's your favorite restaurant here in Lafayette to go to?
Oh, I don't ever say that because there's too many restaurants to choose from, and I've made too many friends over the years in the restaurant business. But certainly, like any of the good local restaurants, we have so many good restaurants. Some of the best restaurants in town are in somebody's house.
Okay.
Everybody cooks in Lafayette, I have in my years in office, I got asked questions like that a lot, and I stayed away from it.
Fair enough.
Too many good friends.
Fair enough. Now, let's talk about your business. How long have you been in real estate?
In the real estate business of being a real estate agent, about 2 years.
Okay.
In real estate, my entire adult life, I guess. Because as I tell people all the time, I've been a tenant, I've been a landlord, so I understand both sides of it, and have dabbled in real estate. Look, most young people, when they get married, one of the first big things they do is buy a house. So you've been in real estate, most people, all their lives.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Now there's obviously two sides of real estate. There's the commercial side. There's the residential side. What's your favorite side of real estate?
One of the things I'm loving about real estate, because when I got out of office, I knew I wasn't quite ready to stay home. I wanted to stay active, but I still wanted to have some flexibility. But one of the real attractions for me was my daughter had already gotten into real estate. And so we've sort of teamed up, and she does the residential side mostly. I do the commercial side mostly, although we obviously cross over. But I do enjoy commercial. I mean, I got out of college and opened my first store. Before I had graduated from USL at the time, I had already negotiated a lease in New Iberia, and I've been doing it ever since. So I do enjoy commercial, and I do enjoy helping young people who are looking at finding locations for their new business, who've never done this before. I've been in their shoes, so I really enjoy doing that.
That's awesome. Now, so in this business, what is your favorite form of advertising?
Word of mouth.
Okay.
And videos from people like Tommy.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. Now let's talk a little bit about travel. How do you like to travel? Driving or flying?
Yes.
Both?
Oh yeah, whatever it takes. I would say obviously the big trips you always fly. You can't get across the country that easily. But we do quite a bit of traveling, and a lot of that traveling is by flying. And then once we get there, we rent a car and go see the sights.
Oh.
Whatever it takes, I'm ready to travel. My wife has her bags packed already.
Now, do you prefer the indoors or the outdoors?
I guess when we're traveling, I definitely would say the outdoors. Because we love going skiing, and we just got back from Yellowstone, took the whole family to Yellowstone, and even when we take the family and go to places, cities, we spend the whole day outdoors. Obviously, you're not going to do any sightseeing inside. So, I'd say overall outdoors.
That's awesome. Now, what is your favorite hobby?
Those things kind of change over the years, going from playing golf and whatever else. But
yeah.
At this stage right now with grandkids and that sort of thing, I mean, I would say the one thing that we all enjoy doing together, and my wife and I really do enjoy a lot, is traveling.
Okay.
But I've also enjoy cooking, and have taken up a little bit of that. I've actually started teaching myself how to do a little painting, and just trying to do things that I've not ever done in my life before, and enjoy it while I can.
Yeah. Now, when you were traveling, what is one of your favorite road snacks?
Oh man,
Do you like to have in the car while you roll?
I'm gonna tell you, when we're driving, and I'm gonna make myself one treat, it would be a Butterfinger.
All right, that's delicious. Now, what makes you smile the most?
My grandkids, my family.
Awesome. What is your favorite Lafayette event to go to?
Anything in Lafayette. I got to tell you, there's so much going on in Lafayette right now. But I will say this: my favorite event in Lafayette is anything my grandchildren are participating in.
Right. How about your favorite holiday season?
Christmas.
All right. Do you have a favorite motto? And if you do, what is it?
I think if I, just off the top of my head, I think the best motto around is doing to others as you'd have others doing to you. I think I think that can't be topped.
Yeah. No, definitely. If you had to choose another career, what would it be?
Probably not politics.
Well, you've already done that.
Yeah. And it shouldn't be a career for everybody.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a career for anybody. But I can't think of anything at this stage of my life I prefer to be doing. There was a time in my life where I had planned on going to law school. I had taken the test, I was ready to go, and I decided I was ready to get out into the world. I did retailing for 30 years, and don't think I'd go back to retailing. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was good for my family, but it was it's grueling.
Yeah.
And like so many other industries, the world has changed a lot in retailing. There was a time that I really thought I'd become a law enforcement, police officer, FBI, something like that. That was when I was younger. That was kind of a dream of mine. But then I decided that I wanted to be in business for myself and not have somebody tell me how much money I was going to make this year. I wanted to be in control of my own destiny. But as of right now, I can't think of anything I'd rather be doing than real estate, and that's the honest truth.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. Now switching up a little bit, do you have a favorite band or a musician that you listen to?
Oh yeah, everybody's favorite, the Beatles.
Yeah. Awesome.
And for those people who don't know who the Beatles are, talk to me later.
Yeah, definitely. Now, which historical figure you like to sit down and have a talk with?
That is, I guess off the top of my head, you obviously everybody would want to talk to Jesus Christ, but getting a little bit more current, I would say the one I've often wondered about is Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
Somebody from that era, the people who put this country together and established something that has turned into the most, certainly by our way of seeing it, the greatest country in the world, the most successful country in the world in many ways throughout history. And, to have the foresight they had to put together a constitution that ultimately did so many great things and the capitalism that has given us the creativity and the freedoms that we have. I think Thomas Jefferson, if I had to, off the top of my head, that'd be
That'll be a good choice. That'll be a good conversation.
Yeah,
for sure.
Right.
And finally, you're the big chief at Keaty Real Estate this month, right? And do you have any words of wisdom for the people watching at home?
No. No. The wisest thing I can say is if you're looking for real estate, contact somebody at Keaty Real Estate. Great company, good group of people, all very dedicated, and a lot of fun to work with.
Oh, those are some pretty wise words right there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mr. Joey, for your time.
Thank you.
All right. I'll see you later.
See you.